This is further to the discussion of Hannibal for King, who's been mentioned several times. Some of Sifu Freddy's videos. At first, with a little bit of suspicion about steroid use, and then later, he's given props for demonstrating, a healthy way of non-competitive, non-violent fitness. But the other day on my YouTube feed, I saw a Hannibal for video or Hannibal for King video come up. I think it's called Hannibal for King Training 2012 or Hannibal for King 2012, something like that. It's 2012, and I watched it. And it's basically an extended commercial. It's like a 5 or 6 minute commercial, and in the video, it starts off with he's kind of walking in some back alley at night, and he comes across this guy. The guy hands off a package to him, like a drug deal, and then the next morning he's waking up in his bed, and he's got a pretty lavish studio where he's living, and goes into his kitchen. He opens that package and pours this white powder into his water, and he drinks it. And it's the package is labeled SAW, SAW, and it's some kind of super anabolic something or another. Anyway, he drinks this stuff, and then his eyes, they focus on his eyes, and he gets these lightning bolts in his eyes, and then he's out the door, gets on the bus or something, train that goes to his park, and starts working out at the park. There's a bunch of guys already working out there, but they stop when Hannibal gets there, and they're all watching him, and he's doing his amazing feats and stuff. And when he's done kind of working out, the guys that are watching are talking among themselves. They're like, how the heck does he do that? I don't know, that's what I was wondering. And then as Hannibal's passing by them, he passes off a package that saw to them, the drug deal. When somebody's gonna pass you drugs, that's the way they do it, the way he does it. So anyway, the industry got to Hannibal. Since this was labeled as 2012, I don't know how long it was ago that they got to him. Maybe we just never noticed, but the fitness industry got to him, and so he's selling this super anabolic whatever powder. So he's sponsored, by whatever nutrition company this is. And the thing is, throughout the video, he's making it look like it's, it's drugs, and it's basically, in a roundabout way, it's like promoting drug use. But this is your drugs that are, gonna do healthy stuff for you. Now, I don't know if he actually used supplements and stuff in his training to get where he's got, or if as was suspected, early on, looking at his body build, whether he's used steroids and stuff. I wouldn't doubt it, because I got my brother's in the bodybuilding industry, and he started off claiming to be natural. I know he's used steroids. He's talked to me about it. He got hooked on steroids, and then he got that look, the real, bodybuilder type of look, the same kind of look Hannibal has. Anyway, so it's kind of, for one thing, it's disappointing. I can understand guys got to make money. this is his thing. This is what he's able to do. He's able to do these fitness feats on the bars. And, you know, somebody comes to him and offers him, you know, sponsorship, money, and stuff to do these ads. I can understand that, you know, I get that. But it's disappointing. It's like, to me, it's kind of like a sellout thing. And I really didn't appreciate the underlying message, which is, you know, you have to use drugs. You use drugs to get what you want to, you know, to get where you want to get. To me, it was, you know, that was the worst thing about it. It would have been one thing if he's promoting somebody's nutrition product. You know, I don't agree with that either. I don't agree with it because, like, we're making ourselves, as human beings, we're making ourselves dependent on a lot of processed goods. Like, you know, I don't know how to make my own computer from scratch. You can never make your own computer. And yet, how much of our lives has become dependent on computers? And if you can't make your own computer, you know, right from the raw products you dig from the earth, you're unable to make your own computer, which is, you know, all of us are unable to make our own computers. You need massive industries in order to even have computers. You need massive mining industries. You need massive factories with the most high-tech equipment to produce a computer. And our lives are completely dependent on these computers. And, you know, what bothers me the most about the fitness industry and the nutrition corporations and stuff is that this is getting right into the base, you know, to our food, where, you know, it's kind of like I used the example with glasses, with corrective lenses, glasses. Now I wear corrective lenses. I wear contacts and I wear glasses. My eyes are so bad that I can't even see correctly with glasses. My vision cannot be fixed with glasses. You can come kind of close, but it can't be fixed. With contacts, it's a little bit better. But what I think is that, you know, in the future, all human beings are going to be born blind. Because in the past, you know, if you were born with eyes that were not good, or if your eyes went bad, you know, you weren't going to live a long time. You might not reproduce and stuff. You might not have children. And so the genes carry on to produce that bad vision, you know, get cut out by nature. But now we add corrective lenses in there, and so now, you know, more and more people are born with bad eyes, and more people have bad eyesight, and more people are, you know, to the point already where it's like legally blind out there, and they couldn't survive without corrective lenses. And this is the problem. Hey, we're becoming more and more dependent to where in the future, maybe human beings will be born absolutely, you know, blind. Like, we'll need eye surgery right out of the womb to even see. Maybe it'll get even worse than that. And, you know, when it gets to food, this is my concern, right? When it gets to what we're eating and putting in our bodies, this is my concern. So if we need big factories and huge industries to produce these nutritional supplements in order for us to stay, you know, fed right and healthy, that's no good. We should be able to live off of the natural foods. We shouldn't be making our, you know, be be feeding our bodies these things that have all this kind of production that's put into them, all this kind of laboratory production into them. Because what if our bodies become dependent on it? And it's not a far-fetched thing. Look at water. I can't stick my head in the river and drink the water, or I'm going to get diarrhea that might kill me. But every other animal out there can drink straight from the river, and its system is okay. The reason that I can't drink straight from the river is not because of the different bacteria and stuff that's in the river. It's because we have trained our bodies to be weak by filtering our water and chemically treating our water so much that now our bodies are dependent on that kind of sterilized water, and our bodies have not built up the tolerances and the immunities to the things that's in natural water, so we can't drink natural water from the river. I do drink natural water. I go up to the mountains. I get the high mountain stream water that's not going to have much bacteria in it, and in the winter I do snow melt, and I drink snow melt water every day, because I want my body trained. And a lot of times I'll come across puddles on rocks and stuff out in the coulees and canyons, and I'll drink from those puddles. But I still can't drink from the river. I can't drink from ponds and stuff like that. I can't drink the stuff that the other animals out here drink, because my body has been weakened by the laboratory treatment of the water that I've consumed most of my life. And this is going to be the same thing, if we get too far into these like genetically modified fruits and vegetables, and too far into using supplements and these kind of things. I don't agree with using supplements. I think if we're smart, we'll be trying to use raw food ingredients, like just vegetables, fruits, as organic and not genetically modified as possible. We'll be eating fish, different meats and stuff, non-processed foods, and even better, moving toward a locavore diet where we're eating the stuff that grows naturally in our area, where my body's not dependent on shipping in fruit from Mexico so that I can get my vitamin C. I mean, that's no good. The more that we make ourselves dependent on complex industries, the more we're setting ourselves up for a really terrible future. And when we're working with our bodies in terms of what we're putting into our bodies, we're changing our bodies. We're changing our bodies in the same way that we're changing them with the corrective lenses, in the same way we're changing them with the water and stuff. So our bodies are becoming weaker and weaker by relying on these things that in the short term seem to make us stronger. We're going for the short-term benefit instead of the long-term benefit. We're not looking down the road, and it's not very smart. So I don't agree with somebody who takes like what the Hannibal for King is doing. His whole thing is, you don't have to go to this. You don't have to go to this gym and pay all this money for a gym membership. You can go to the playground and you can get an awesome workout, and you can do things that the people in the gym could never dream of doing. So his whole thing is anti-industry, and then he's going to do this commercial for this nutritional supplement industry. And to me, it makes no sense, and it's a sellout. And the commercial they made is promoting the idea that you can fast track whatever you want to do by taking the right drugs. And I think that's a shitty message. And I've heard Hannibal talk. I know he's not maybe a really smart guy, and I think what it was is he just sold out for the money. But he should have been thinking about the message that he's sending out there, because now what was worthy of giving him props, for the message that he was sending about non-competitive, non-violent fitness, now I wouldn't want to support him, because while he's still non-competitive and non-violent, now he's promoting drugs, and he's promoting reliance on the industries that are totally against what his calisthenics, I think, were demonstrating from the start. So it's unfortunate, but I just wanted to put that out there because I saw it, and it really shocked me that he would even do that commercial the way that he's done.